rockers, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the second video I am posting today. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna do my little YouTube thing at the start to kind of remind you, if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and also please go click the link down below and go follow me on TikTok. And if you do, go and comment on any of the videos saying that you came from YouTube so I can send you a thank you message and like your message. It is at the Adam McIntyre on TikTok. Okay, let's get in with the video. So, very quickly, we are going to watch the context of the context, just in case anyone is behind, and then we're going to get in with the video. So, this is what we're talking about. We have Mikayla getting further exposed from this video now with the actual laws in place, but if anyone hasn't seen it, we are really quickly going to watch this video. If you have seen it, bear with me. Everything that we're going to be talking about is new information, but we need a little bit of context, and then it's it. Okay, so this is what we're talking about.
Look how long and lengthened my lashes look.
Is this a new video?
This literally just changed my life.
Really?
This looks like false this is how? What?
False lashes?
It's this L'Oreal telescopic lift.
We've heard of it.
Wand.
My goodness.
Okay, so basically I'm taking the curved side
and then what are you gonna do?
Tip, and I'm satin a coat.
Turn it right?
Lashes. And then once you've done that, you flip the brush to the side and you use the hook comb to basically separate.
How did I know that?
This is one coat.
One coat?
Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length. Do you see?
My goodness, look at the length.
And I'm not sure anyone's gonna ever be able to compete with this mascara.
What's that at the end? Alright, okay, so now we're going to be talking, that was just in case anyone had not seen what had happened up until now. Okay, why am I open on my YouTube tab? Oh, here you go, by the way. This is the video that's currently playing if you click on my YouTube channel. It is the Mikayla Jeffree Star one. There we go. That's behind the scenes on YouTube, y'all. Okay, here we go. So, there is a lot of kind of legal stuff that can come into play with the current Mikayla situation, and this thread has done a good job at exposing what that can be. So basically, Mikayla, as we're aware, is being accused, of basically false promotion to make more sales on a product that she is being paid to endorse. So again, like we're aware, she puts it on, then she cuts to do a second layer, and allegedly there's falsies on. Now that is explicitly, basically illegal to do because you're lying about the product in order to get people to buy it. But we're going to go through this. So, Rob Freund said, lot of requests to discuss the legal issues with Mikayla's controversial L'Oreal ad on TikTok. Now, by the way, I have never seen anything like this before. We are 4 or 5 days into this, and Mikayla nor L'Oreal have done a response. Now, if this was Jeffree, James, Shane, Taddy, Manny, Laura, all these people in the YouTube beauty space, if they hadn't have released an apology, a tearful video, or a statement in any way, they would never have a career again. And this is why this new wave of beauty influencers on TikTok, it's so fascinating to me, because I'm like, wow, there's a little bit more leeway for y'all. Like, you're like 5 days into this and you haven't released anything yet? It's bizarre. Let's look at this from an FTC compliance standpoint. Alright. So, to recap, Mikayla uploaded a video reviewing the L'Oreal Telescopic Life Mascara. We have heard of it by now. It appears to be sponsored content. It also looks like she applied false lashes to exaggerate the mascara's effect, which leads to a surge of backlash. There are two main issues here. Number one, ineffective disclosure of a sponsored nature of the content, which she has been accused of many, many, many times. I did not know anything about Mikayla until this past week. I had seen that the week that she met Selena Gomez, I saw the content around that. I ended up meeting Selena Gomez the next week. Shout out Mikayla. That was the only time I was ever really aware of Mikayla. But I have seen other drama channels and Reddit threads and Twitter threads and YouTube comments and people DMing me to make videos on this, that Mikayla has been accused many times in the past of being like a Jaclyn Hill... What the fuck? There we go. Being like a Jaclyn Hill mold in which you're not really disclosing your ads, which is, by the way, something that you, like, legally have to do. You have to disclose if it's my goodness, if it's an ad. Like, for example, whenever I have sponsorships on this channel, you'll get a pop-up that says this video is sponsored. That is literally, legally, what has to happen. And Jaclyn Hill always got accused of sorry, the Smurf army is very important to me. Jaclyn Hill always got accused of doing this, and it basically is lying to your audience and pretending that you're not getting paid and that you just love the product so much, whenever you do have to disclose that you're getting paid. And listen, if your audience trusts you, they'll still want the product. Okay, ladies, please. Alright, so number one, ineffective disclosure of sponsored nature of the content, which might too long to read, was basically she's been accused of doing this in the past. Number two, false or misleading claims in the endorsement, taking each in turn. Disclosure first. The FTC requires that any material connection between an endorser as an influencer and an advertiser like L'Oreal must be disclosed clearly and so everyone knows. Like, this is a legal requirement that it must be very apparent that you are being paid. Otherwise, the ad is deceptive and violates Section 5 of the FTC Act. The disclosure requirement is why we have hashtag ad and this is sponsored, paid content, gifted, all these different things. It is very important. As influencers, all they have is their dignity. So if someone goes and F's it up like Mikayla, you are an obnoxious twat to the entire community because you're ruining it for everyone. And all we have is our integrity, and we're not losing integrity by doing ads or sponsorships, but we're being truthful that it is a paid thing, and you not doing that makes no one want to believe anybody. Enjoy your paycheck! This disclosure is why we have an ad. A material connection is any relationship that might affect the weight or credibility the audience would give the endorsement. Idea being, if you knew the review was being paid for, you would consider that while deciding to buy it. So you know that, okay, this person is being paid to promote this to me, but let me see if they still love it, if I love the idea of it, and then I can still buy it. That's great. But I do confidently, legally know that they are being paid to promote this to me. And it is very important that you are aware of that as a consumer. You are legally needing to know that. So this is illegal what she's doing, basically, if this is the case. But it's not enough just to have the disclosure. It must also be clear and conspicuous, which basically means you can't miss it. Like, the audience can't miss it. That generally means it must be made in large enough readable font. So in terms of a YouTube video, it will say this is sponsored, this is being paid for, and in TikTok it will say it at the bottom. And hashtag ad needs to be one of the first things as well. Readable font in a place where it will be seen and in a way that it will be understood. Here, the L'Oreal Paris partner disclosure is in very small font and appears to be just a few seconds of the video. So Mikayla is trying to do the bare minimum legalese to trick the audience into thinking that it isn't a sponsorship and she just loves it so much, you know what I mean? That to me is not clear and conspicuous, and I would bet that the FTC would see it very similarly. Now, onto the false lashes. The FTC requires that all advertising must be truthful, not misleading. Hear this, Mikayla? Not misleading and substantialized. In the influencer context, that means that all endorsements must reflect the honest benefits of the influencer and of the product, and how they actually use it and how it actually benefits them, and proving that. Here, Mikayla claims she's demonstrating the effect of the mascara and expresses her disbelief. But if the lashes are fake, she's not giving an honest review, and that violates the law. Remember that it's not just the influencer who is potentially liable for violations of the FTC Act. The brand is equally as liable. That's why it's critically important for brands to have monitoring and compliance programs in place for the influencer deals. Now, the thing is, Mikayla has been accused of doing this so much in the past before that should already be in place, but she doesn't care about that because she wants to make maximum amount of money off of her audience, which is not a disgusting thing because that is a big income for all these influencers, sponsorships and stuff like that, but the way she's going about it shows that she doesn't respect her audience and views them just as walking dollar signs, which is why I don't like a lot of these new beauty people, and a lot of the originals as well. Mikayla just emulates Jaclyn Hill to me. Finally, I expect that L'Oreal's agreements include requirements that the influencers will comply with the FTC's endorsement guidelines. So it's likely, it's not proven, but it's likely that Mikayla has literally breached the contract and also the law. It's potentially. If your brand is not using properly drafted agreements with your influencers, that must be fixed today, and this shows it perfectly. And if you're a creator, do not gloss over your agreements. Make sure that you understand everything before you sign it. Now, someone said, okay, but she put hashtag L'Oreal Paris partner below the video. Not really in the video, but below it. She did. But you only see it if you tap more in the description to expand it. This exact issue was presented in the FTC's case against Timi, in which the FTC found that placing the disclosure in the more button was not clear and was very conspicuous. So again, we are going to watch this one last time, and you tell me if you think that from what we just said, if Mikayla violates the law. Allegedly.
How long and lengthened my lashes look.
See?
This literally just changed my life.
Very small and only on the screen for a little bit. So that covering herself is that. That's it. But let's see if we think she does.
This looks like false. This is how.
So
what?
In disbelief. But you've already signed the contract and you're already, you know, sponsored. But you're in disbelief because of how amazing it is. Cry me a river.
This L'Oreal telescopic lift. Look at the wand. Okay, so basically I'm taking the curved side and I'm going root to
I just think she's lost a lot of her integrity now. Like the amount of OG drama, beauty gurus, same thing, that are speaking up against you, the new wave of them, because you're effing it over for everyone.
Done that, you flip the brush to the side and you use the hook comb to basically separate. This is one coat. Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length. Do you see that? I am speechless, and I'm not sure anyone's gonna ever be able to compete with this mascara.
Just such a dramatic way of doing the sponsorship anyway. Like, we know you're getting paid. You don't have to be like, nobody's gonna beat this, la 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 la, ba 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 ba. Muckers, let me know your opinion from what we know from a legal standpoint. Look at us on LawTube. Let me know. I love you. Thank you for watching this video. Again, please check out my TikTok down below. And please make sure you're subscribed, and let's debrief. Let's talk about this down below. Okay, I'll see you down there.